I love keynote speaking. I mean, it thrills me to stand in front of an audience of people who are eager to learn and ready to apply what they're learning so that they can make better decisions and ultimately accelerate their organizational results. But what's very satisfying is ultimately to watch people change their level of thinking and transform. And transform not into what I think they should be, but transform in what they believe they can be, and ultimately drive that through their behavior into the organization as a whole. Seeing people turn on and grow in awareness is deeply satisfying. An organization is only effective to the degree that the folks are aligned, working together in the same direction. I don't know how to develop wisdom as a standalone piece. What I do know is that wisdom is a derivative. It arises from an environment which we can help craft. So when we develop insight, when we increase our perspective, and when we can suspend judgment, the derivative, what arises, is wisdom. And the decisions made out of that place are powerful decisions that move the organization forward with acceleration and with direction. My role, especially as a speaker, when I'm doing a keynote speech, is I really want to know what the client's strategy and intended outcome is. What's the audience purpose for being there? What are they committed to as professionals and as human beings? And if I can understand that, then I can present the content that they need in such a way that resonates with their culture, with their language, and with their mindset. It's not just words that are flowing from me to the audience. My real task, my real challenge, and my real pleasure in doing a keynote speech is helping the audience grasp the language with which to think about what they're doing. And the language of executives, the language of stewardship, the language of governance, the language of long-term strategy. That's a particular way of looking at the world. And I think what's most exciting to me is not just the conveying of symbols through speech, but helping shape a language, a consciousness with which the executives can then more effectively execute what they're responsible for. For forward movement to happen in an intentional way that is creative, in other words, different than what has happened before, two things have to happen. We have to change our thinking and we have to be transformed. And what really draws me to this work is engaging with smart, mature, competent, senior-level leaders who are willing to be transformed and therefore transform the organization, and who are willing to do that by changing the way they're thinking and changing the way they're relating, and ultimately driving different, more interesting results for the organization.